Hello and welcome to our podcast. We will be talking about multiple aspects of education. My name is Alex Aubel and I'm a business major at the University of Connecticut. I'm currently a first-year student and up until college I've lived in New York my entire life. Throughout childhood I've always gone to the same public school. I lived in a small town, so my graduating class size was around 140 students, so I got used to knowing all my teachers and classmates. So it's been a fun experience coming to UConn with so many people and such a big campus. With that background, I've realized why it is so important to put yourself out there and experience new things. It is so important to make connections with your professors and classmates because it is much more comforting and can even benefit you in the future. In terms of future internships and jobs, it is important to make these connections, and it allows for a dedicated support system to make young adults more successful. So in this podcast, I will be continuing to talk about the importance of connections and getting you outside of your comfort zone and doing things that will benefit your future.
Hi, my name is Bridget Camo, and I am a first-year student at UConn, pursuing a dual degree in nutritional science and exercise science with the goal of becoming a registered dietitian. The angle of education I will be discussing today is the importance of collaboration in the classroom. Growing up in a large school district, I grew an appreciation for peer and teacher collaboration in empowering learning environments. While UConn is a large university, my programs are relatively small, which has been very refreshing and rewarding. The nutrition and exercise science communities have provided me small pockets of support within a large and sometimes intimidating college. I have noticed a big emphasis on collaboration, not only with my peers, but with my teachers as well. For example, in my classes, such as KINS 1100 and my first-year seminar course, professors like Allison McKenzie and Stephanie Singe have emphasized collaborative learning. They encourage group work and actively engage in the learning process alongside their students. I have found that this approach has transformed my educational experience from one centered on simply rote memorization to one more holistic and meaningful. In this podcast, I will explore the value of collaboration through personal insights and supporting evidence from a variety of sources.
Hi, my name is Amina Amimer, and I am a first-year nursing student at the University of Connecticut. The aspect of education that I would like to bring to light is mental health awareness within our schooling systems. Being a student who went to a high school with a large graduating class, I wish more was done in terms of checking on students' emotional well-being. I graduated with a class of almost 600 people, so in terms of schoolwork, there would often be an intense competition. I am speaking from a personal lens and hope to share my struggles with academic validations and ways to defeat the stigma within schools when the conversation is shifted to mental health. One thing that I heavily appreciate at UConn is their objective to make sure students feel a sense of stability in regard to their emotional and psychosocial needs. With UConn being such a big school, it can be difficult to adhere to every student's needs, but I feel so humbled that they're able to provide students with the safe space to share any concerns.
Today I'll be talking about the importance of why students need to be engaged in the classroom and experience more hands-on learning rather than just sitting back and watching a teacher. Having your learning experience is not just one-sided, and students must try to be successful. Going out of your comfort zone and joining new clubs in a sports team, or even just talking to professors and students help build connections. For children and adolescents these days, it's crucial to get a much experience as possible, which was noticeable in Stanford philosophy of education, which explains the beliefs of society's values about how it should be taught within the education system. When young adults build strong relationships with their teachers and professors, they feel more comfortable in the classroom. Statistics have shown that students receive higher test scores and thrive within classroom with engagement, which makes school more enjoyable. This allows for brighter futures ahead, especially joining the workforce where they are the ones that are participating. So, fostering these experiences and prioritizing them creates more opportunities to grow and develop as we get older, allowing us to be more successful. For me personally, I plan to go into the business world, so I know that it's especially important to take advantage of just simply talking and building connections with others rather just sitting back and listening, which is why this aspect of education is so important.
I have experienced firsthand how transformative collaborative learning with teachers or professors can be compared to traditional models. A pivotal moment for me was during my junior year of high school in AP US History. I prepared for the exams and studied the only way I'd previously known, rote memorization, and for the first time in my life, it did not help me succeed on the tests. Distraught and unsure of how to continue, I met with my teacher, who quickly became a mentor to me. He taught me that education is not just about absorbing and recalling information, but about understanding concepts deeply, applying knowledge, and making connections between it all. Working collaboratively with him to develop new study strategies completely changed my perspective on learning, and I would have missed out if I had not worked closely with him. Another instance is highlighted in the Seattle Times. They noted the role of communities within schools in supporting at-risk students, such as Alice and Lisa, who both received personal care and support at their schools. They were both able to personally work alongside their teachers and administrators to improve their attendance and confidence with peer relationships. A study by SJSU supports this as well, as they explored how collaboration between students and teachers can improve learning outcomes by over 20%, which encourages creativity and support, where all parties involved are more engaged and innovative. Collaboration can truly transform school environments and enhance student success.
From an early age, I placed my worth solely on how I was doing in school. This soon became a tiring addiction, one I felt like I could not run away from. It was normal to push away my social life at times if it meant that I was doing good in school. I didn't understand the importance of balance at the time, and because I wasn't prioritizing my mental health, my grades began to decline. I knew I had to break the vicious cycle and be able to establish a healthy balance between my emotional well-being and my schoolwork. This growth begins with school systems offering more mental health services. My advice I can give to anyone who has a harmful relationship with academic validation is to first set a boundary between school and yourself. Don't forget the things you love to do outside of school. For example, playing sports always helped me distract myself from my schoolwork. Those lines can tend to be blurred at times, causing you to lose your sense of identity. And although it may sound cliche, life is full of failures. In terms of school, you will unfortunately have shortcomings. It's something that is inevitable. However, it's important you don't let that define you as a student, and especially not as a human being. As a nursing student myself, I recognize that the load of work can sometimes be very overwhelming. I am still learning how to establish a positive relationship with my college experience and my schoolwork, but I am immensely proud of how far I've come.
That was our podcast on education. Thank you.